What is going on, YouTube? It's Matty, and today I want to go over ways to get better at PvP in Destiny 2. You want to get better. You may be brand new to the game or a Destiny 1 veteran that just can't seem to win consecutive games. When looking at what it takes to get better and improve overall, there are a few things to consider. We have to pick which class you enjoy playing. Even though there aren't too many, there are multiple supers to choose from, and this is where it can get a little bit tricky. Do you want to play a 6-shooting fiery god? Or maybe you want to play flying through the air as a giant, massive, thundering missile of pain and get a nice team wipe. Experiment with these and find a playstyle that you enjoy and want to stick to while you journey on to get better. Secondly, you have to find which weapon suits you better. Personally, I find a nice hand cannon paired with a shotgun or a sniper seems to fit my personal style pretty well, as I've been using that for years. It allows me to not only be mobile, but also incredibly accurate while jumping in the air or quickly sliding out of cover. Now, we did do a couple videos on builds and mods, which I can link down below, which can help you out as well. Now, don't get me wrong, there are many weapons to choose from. Not that aggressive? Well, pulse rifles and auto rifles are tons of fun to use and provide a lot of covering fire and damage if you find an unlucky guardian out in the open. Do you want to be pinpoint accurate from a distance? Well, scout rifles have you covered. There's a diverse range of weapons that you can use and enjoy in the Destiny universe. Again, take some time and find a suitable weapon type that you enjoy using. Remember, each weapon type has its own playstyle. If you're using a scout rifle, sometimes being aggressive doesn't work out as well as maybe an SMG or a hand cannon. Other way around, if you're using a hand cannon, it probably won't do you any good sitting all the way in the far back trying to 10-tap someone all the way in the distance. We have our character selected and we have our weapon selected. Well, now what? This is where we get into the discussion of what makes a good player. You may say someone who has superb aim must be a good player, and you would be a third right. In Destiny, there are a few things that all add up to becoming a great PvP player. First and foremost, positioning is so important. Knowing the maps you're playing and how to play your cover can be extremely beneficial when talking about outputting damage, but also hiding from that damage and playing your life. Staying alive benefits not only you, but your team, as in a 3v3 situation. Once somebody dies, the favorite team of 3 will either play much more aggressively or sit on that res and bait you out. And listen, guys, we don't want to make these rounds harder to win than we have to. The second most important aspect is game sense, and this involves reading your radar and the enemy team. Let me explain. The faster you can understand how the enemy team plays, the faster you can adapt and mold yourself into the killing machine you were always meant to be. If in the first round they rushed in with shotguns, taking you off guard and winning the round, well, now you know you're facing an overly aggressive enemy team. Do they sit back with snipers and scout rifles? Well, now you know they're playing a little bit more passive. Practicing playing against both and other styles will allow you to master how to play around such teams. Keeping an eye on that radar is also incredibly important when talking about game sense. You will be able to read your enemy on if they're trying to bait you out or multiple enemies running at you from around the corner. Mastering the radar can allow you to move about the map and attack those scoped in Larrys that sit in one spot, trying to get that sweet body shot that they've been waiting to hit all game long. Quick tips on radar. If the red circle is all around the middle on your arrow, take your eyes off the radar and look around you. They are within 5 meters and you're probably already getting shot at. This means they're within 5 and 25 meters in distance. If the red touches the outer edge and only the outer edge, then they are a good 25 to 48 meters away. Something not many people know is if you see this, it means they are within 5 meters, but one level above or below you. Just a little something I learned from a video from Castle Content. Link in the bio if you want to check him out. Great guy and amazing content creator. Last but not least, it's, well, your aim. You will have to put some time either in Destiny itself or in aim labs honing in on what DPI and sensitivity you want to use, depending on if you're on controller or mouse and keyboard. Having great positioning and game sense is paramount, but pair that with some nice crispy aim and we have ourselves a scary guardian that will dominate the crucible field. I personally like to hop into aim labs, and if I'm already in game, I tend to head into the cosmodrome to shoot some drags and other moving targets to kind of warm up the old fingers and wrists. Now that we have all the basics started, we can finally get into the video. Just kidding, guys. At this point, you should feel good and comfortable in most situations, but where should you go to truly improve your PvP skills? You will want to live in the playlist of Rumble. Why Rumble? Well, let me explain. Rumble is the only playlist to truly put all the pressure of an intense PvP match, but all the time. You will have enemies coming from all sides, and you have to prioritize and think fast to come out of these situations victoriously. Here you will practice game sense, positioning, aim, but most importantly, your eyes will be darting from the game to the radar to always get a feel of where people are, because let me tell you, if you're not careful, they might just spawn 5 feet behind you. Again, guys, be patient with yourself and always analyze what happened and what went wrong if you lose matches. Try to look at your own playstyle versus blaming teammates and figure out what you can do differently next time to improve and increase your chances of success. My advice is to download OBS and record a session, go back, watch how you played and did, whether you won or whether you lost, and just take a look at any mistakes that you might have made. It may be a bit boring, but doing this will help, I promise. Well, guys, those are my quick tips on how to improve in PvP. If that helped you out, feel free to hit that subscriber button, guys. It helps me out tremendously. And as always, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.